Hi there, welcome to another Divi theme video. This is Jamie from System22 and webdesignandtechtips.com. We got some great news today. Elegant Themes, the makers of Divi 5 here, we've got some free downloads for us. They've got 7 creative gradients down here. If we roll down, you've got a table of contents here. I imagine the first thing you're going to want to do is preview them. Just hit the preview, it'll take you down there. And there's some pretty cool looking little designs here. I downloaded, imported, customized this one right here, came up with this. Really nice, really easy to do, and they're all sections, they're all really easy to import, and I'll take you through downloading, importing and customizing. So let's get started. If we go back up to our table of contents here, you'll see download 7 creative gradients, or download for free. Either of them, click on them, it'll take you down here. Now you may find an email field down here instead of a button. I'm already signed into my account, so I've got the button. If you get the email field, just put your email address in there. They don't spam you or anything like that, and the button will show up. All we need to do then is left click, and it'll download your files to your default download location. We need to go down to your dashboard. We're going to go down to Divi. We're going to go down to our theme library. Divi library. Now here's the one I imported before. Let's get rid of that. And I'll show you how to import these. We need to go up to the top here, import and export. We want to import our files, so I'm going to hit the import tab there. Where it says no file selected there is where I'm going to drag my file. Now when you download these files, it downloads a zip file. If I bring up my folder now, I've got it here. We just need to right click and hit extract here, and it'll extract the files into a little folder called start there. I put mine in a separate folder called grads there. I like to get it organized rather than doing it straight in the download folder. Now once we've got that, we can double click on it, and we've got gradient section 1 through 7, and the one at the bottom here, funnily enough, that says all, will import all of them. So have a look over here. We roll back up a little bit. Here are the designs. Choose whichever one you want to work with. I'm going to use number 6 again. We go back up here. Get my folder back up. Here's number 6. I'm just going to left click, drag it to where it says no file selected, and release, and it's right there. If you prefer, you can hit the choose files button and browse to it that way. We're good to go. Not going to hit the import presets. I don't want it overwriting my own presets here. So let's import Divi Builder layouts. Very quick process. I'm not freezing this video or anything. It'll quickly reload the page for us. And as you can see, we've got it in our library there. Styled Creative Gradient Section 6. If we look over here, it tells us it's a section. It's not a module, a row, or a full page layout. So we're all ready to use it. Now I've got this page open here already. Let's close down a preview that I showed you earlier. I'm going to delete this whole section, and we're left with an empty page. Now, as it's a section, you can put it on any page you want, with or without content. I've got a new page here. So let's hit the Add New Section button, blue button. I'm going to add from Library. And there it is, Styled Creative Gradient Section 6. I'm going to left click. I'm going to hit Use This Section. As you can see, very quick. Now, Divi always puts it in a section for us to start with. I don't need that, so I can get rid of it. And here we go. We're left with it. We've got it here on desktop. If I look on tablet, it's going to look like that. If we look on phone, it's going to look like that. That's great, but obviously you're going to want to put your own content in here. So just click on whatever element you want. This is a heading module. Under the content, you'll find the actual text. Let's just change one of these words, perhaps supercars, as that's what we've been dealing with lately. And of course, you can style this. You can change the font, the size over in design here. If you want to change the font, just left click, choose whatever font you want, roll over it. It'll give you an example, as you can see there. I'm happy with the one they're using. I will make it a little bit bolder. Let's make it perhaps semi-bold. Of course, you can go down and edit any of these just by clicking on it. We'll go in there. This is just text. Let's say sports ride with optimized driving. And obviously you'd have some real stuff. I don't. But as you can see, it's updating it there. Very easy to do. Next up is your button. It's just a regular button with curved corners. Of course, the important thing, put in what you want the button to say there, and the link down below. Put the link in where you want to take your visitors. If you're linking to your own site, keep it in the current tab. If you're linking off-site to somebody else's site, open it in a new tab. That way your site's going to stay open. And just continue on down there. Now this is all great, but mine, if I show you the site here, we've kind of been using these blues. We created a palette a few videos ago of colors, and they're sort of blues and shades of blue. So the pink there, well, it might work, but I'm going to change it to a blue. And I found that the easiest way to do this is with find and replace. It's a real time saver. So let's click on something with the pink color we want to replace, like the button right there. As you can see, we're on the button. We go over to design, down to button, in the background. There's that little pink color. I'm going to replace it with one from my palette, as I said, that we created earlier. So I'm going to right click in the color field there. I'm going to hit find and replace. It's going to select that color. I'm going to pick the color that we're going to replace it with. Now here's the color palette we created, and here's the sort of blues we've been using. I've got a sort of nice light blue there. That'll do. It's pretty subtle, but you can always change it out again if you don't like it. I'm going to do the entire page because this is the only thing on the page. You can choose the parent section if you want to just do this section. All elements, you get anything with that color, including the background there. So let's hit find and replace. Perfect. How quick was that? I'm going to hit OK. Let's close that down. That's okay. A little bit subtle. I think I might like to change that one more time. And hit find replace again. I'm going to use one of the darker blues. Pick the color again. Let's perhaps use that one. I think it'll be a little more vibrant. Everywhere, find and replace. Perfect. That'll do fine. And just to make my little text stand out, I'm going to do a little text shadow trick I do quite often with dark backgrounds. In the heading text, I'm going to roll down to where it says text shadow there. I'm going to use the all-round shadow. I'm just going to change that color to that same blue that we just put everywhere else. Just gives it a little glow in the background. And that's fantastic. If we save now, we can either hit the preview button here to see it full screen. It's kind of nice. I'll exit the preview. If you want to take it a bit further, I'll show you how to put a little image in the background. Our little actual gradients here are in dividers. So if you click on one of these, you'll see it's a divider. And if you click on the row, you'll see the column has got 4 rows. This is why we've got 4 of them. And what they've actually done with our gradient here, I click back on the divider and we look at the background for the divider. Background's always under content. You'll see that gradient's highlighted there. Now, if you wanted to perhaps put an image in the background, perhaps where the dark bit is, do the reverse of what I'm going to do if you want to put it where the blue bit is. Let's click on our gradient here. And it starts at 15. And this is how they've done it. They've sort of done 15%. They've dropped it a bit more, 30%, whatever they've done here. You'll see that. But our dark one, I'm just going to click on it. I'm going to take the opacity down to about, I don't know, 80%. We'll make it a grey. Well, let's call it 75. I'm actually going to change it to a full black. So I think it'll work better with what I'm going to do. The reason I'm doing this is so it'll show a bit of an image behind there when we put one in there. Once we've done that, I'm going to click on the next divider here. We're in the right place. We'll click on the linear gradient again. You can see they've dropped this one to 35%. Again, I'm going to click on it. I'm going to make it a full black. We'll take it down to whatever the other one was. I think it was 75%, was it? And you can increment up and down, or you can type it in if you want. We'll click on the next one. So we're in the right place here. Again, I'm going to click on the gradient. They've dropped this down 65%. Left click. Take that down to 75 as well. Make it a full black. And last but not least, this one, they've got it down to 80%. That's how they're achieving that little slope down there. Down to 75%. And full black. Great. Now we've taken the opacity down a little bit on all those dividers. I'm going to go into the row itself because they've made this a full width row. You can see by the line is stretching the whole way rather than this row, which is a regular size. So we'll go into the row, the green tab up there. Again, we're in the right place for the background. Let's add a background image. And again, let's throw in one of these crazy cars. As you can see, it's bleeding through there nicely. And that to me looks pretty cool. Let's preview again. That's going to work fine. If you wanted to make it even more dynamic, perhaps make these gaps back down here a little bit darker and at the top there so it stands out a little bit more, we can do that in the column by adding our own gradient. So we're already in the row. Go back to our content and elements here. Here's the column that it's sitting in. I'm going to go into that actual column. As you can see, we're in a column. Background again. Let's add our own gradient. I'm going to add a gradient. As you can see, it's kind of filled out the back there. Okay, well, let's think about this. I want to see that image in the middle, so I'm going to put a blue one in the middle, and the opacity is going to be all the way down. So you can see that image there. Great. Now I want a bit of dark stuff at the top and the bottom. So let's click on our little green one right here. I'm going to change it from green, you guessed it, to a black. And I want another one right on the top, so I'm going to left click to add a new stop. Again, I'm going to click on it. I'm going to make that one a full black. I'll make sure that that opacity is all the way up. So we've got dark at the top, dark at the bottom. I'm going to darken it down even a little bit more by pulling this down a little bit. And the bottom one, similar thing. We can do it by pulling it up a bit. Just makes everything stand out a little bit more. If you want to check on the preview, got it right there. I think just to finish off, we can see our nice little gradients in the background there. We can see our image, kind of. It's got a hint of it. And these are nicely separated with the dark top and bottom. Just to finish off, I'm going to turn that button text white. We're in the button, design, button, text. Roll on down. It's black at the moment. It's okay, but I think white's just going to stand out better. And we'll save our changes. Now let's take a look on the front end. And here we have it. Really nice little sort of hero or intro section with that nice little gradient going on. Got all the info we want there. Got the images we want there. Got the colors that are kind of complementary with the rest of our site there. Really easy to do, as you can see. And that's just one of 7 that they've got here. And of course, this link will be down below the video as usual. Click on it. Download, absolutely free. Have a bit of fun and see what you can come up with. So I hope you've enjoyed this today and found it useful. If you have, please give it a thumbs up, ring the bell, comment, share, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Don't forget, if you have any questions either about Divi 4 or Divi 5, put them down below. I'll do my best to answer them if I can, or make a little demo video just like this one. So once again, this has been Jamie with System22 and webdesignandtechtips.com. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.